Greetings students. Today we are going to learn about one of UK's leading public traded company, North East Utilities. Let us know this company in a much better way. North East Utilities is a publicly traded Fortune 500 energy company headquartered in Hartford, Connecticut, with several regulated subsidiaries offering retail electricity and natural gas service to more than 2.1 million customers in New England. Even before the 2012 merger with NSTAR, NU was New England's largest public utility with more than 3,140 circuit miles of electric transmission lines, 32,802 pole miles of distribution lines throughout the region, and a natural gas distribution system encompassing 2,088 square miles, 5,000 km, in Connecticut. NU was formed on July 1, 1966 with the merger of Connecticut Light and Power Company CL&P, Western Massachusetts Electric Company WMECO, and the Hartford Electric Light Company under a single parent company, creating the first new multi-state public utility holding company since the enactment of the Public Utility Holding Company Act of 1935. In 1967, Holyoke Water Power Company HWP joined the NU system, followed by the Public Service Company of New Hampshire PSNH in 1992. In 2001, many of Holyoke Water Power's assets were sold to the Holyoke Gas and Electric Department, including the Holyoke Dam and related facilities, as well as HWP's electrical distribution system and utility customer base. Following the sale, Holyoke Gas and Electric became the sole electrical utility in that city. In October 2010, North East Utilities announced that it would merge with NSTAR, with the resulting company retaining the North East Utilities name. After government approvals, the deal closed in April 2012. North East Utilities has four main subsidiaries. These are CL&P, PSNH, WMECO, and Yankee Gas Services Company, Yankee Gas. CL&P is Connecticut's largest electric utility, serving more than 1.1 million customers. This subsidiary serves a residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial customers in approximately 149 cities and towns. PSNH is New Hampshire's largest electric utility, serving more than 475,000 homes and businesses throughout the state. This subsidiary owns 3 fossil fuel-fired generating plants and 9 hydroelectric facilities jointly capable of generating more than 1,110 megawatts of electricity. WMECO is a main distributor of electricity in Western Massachusetts, serving more than 2 lakh customers. Yankee Gas is Connecticut's largest natural gas distribution company, delivering natural gas to approximately 2 lakh customers in approximately 71 cities and towns. This subsidiary delivers natural gas to thousands of Connecticut homes for heating, hot water, cooking indoors and outdoors, fireplaces, and outdoor lighting. In November 2005, the company announced it would sell its unregulated competitive businesses, including generation and energy services. In November 2006, the company had essentially completed the divestiture of its competitive businesses.
The WMECO Power Restoration Process. The distribution of energy works as a circuit. Energy flows from generation sources to transmission lines, and then to substations, which prepare and deliver the energy to neighborhoods, businesses, schools, hospitals, and other buildings. For the electricity to reach your house, there must be continuity from the generator to the substation, from the substation to your home, and everywhere in between. Storms and other events can cause a break in the network, resulting in a loss of power, most often due to weather-related tree problems. Once the break is located and damages are assessed, repairs are made at the point where the break occurred. In cases where there's more than one break, repairs are completed sequentially, beginning at the substation and ending at the location furthest from the energy source. Why? So that we can safely work on de-energized equipment. When widespread damage occurs, it's impossible to restore power to everyone at the same time. WAMECO gives priority to the vital safety function of clearing down wires. We first restore power to substations and priority customers, which include police and fire stations, hospitals, water and sewage treatment plants, emergency shelters, nursing homes, and city and town commercial centers. We then continue repairs based on restoring power to the greatest number of customers in the shortest period of time. If you don't immediately see a line truck, it may be because crews are working on nearby equipment. It's also possible that the circuit feeding your street is miles away or in a different town. If you see a line truck in the area, please be patient. It could be repairing one of many breaks or on its way to repair a dangerous situation, such as a downed power line. For your safety, always stay at least 10 feet away from downed power lines. Note that if a neighbor or a nearby home has power and you don't, it could be that your neighbors are on a line where power has not been affected or has already been repaired. Whether power loss is due to a storm or an isolated incident affecting the service to your home, please be assured that WAMECO is working diligently and as safely as possible to restore power as quickly as possible.
As a large utility company, Northeast Utilities, Connecticut Light and Power and its other subsidiaries are regulated by state and federal legislators. The company has been generous with election campaign contributions to several Connecticut politicians. Among organizations, Northeast Utilities was the third biggest contributor to Representative Christopher Murphy, CT5, the fourth biggest contributor to Representative Joe Courtney, CT2, and the sixth biggest contributor to Representative John Larson, CT1, during the July 2009 to June 2011 period. Northeast Utilities and its executives donated $56,900 to Representative Christopher Murphy, $38,100 to Representative Joe Courtney, $30,000 to Representative John Larson, $11,800 to Representative Jim Himes, CT4, and $6,000 to Representative Rosa DeLauro, CT3. Northeast Utilities has signed a joint venture with Hydro-Quebec and NSTAR to build a new high-voltage direct current HVDC line from Windsor, Quebec, connecting with the Quebec grid to a location in Franklin, New Hampshire. It is projected that the line will either run in existing right-of-way adjacent to the HVDC line that runs through New Hampshire, or it will connect to a right-of-way in northern New Hampshire that will run through the White Mountains. This 180 to 190 mile line, projected to carry 1,200 megawatts, will carry electricity to approximately 1 million homes. The issue of buying hydropower from Hydro-Quebec had been an issue during the Massachusetts gubernatorial election of 2010. Northeast Utilities has participated in a number of projects to improve the reliability of the power grid in southwest Connecticut. The first project was construction of the $350 million, 345 kilovolt Bethel-Norwalk transmission line through the western part of the state and was constructed entirely by Northeast Utilities, with United illuminating an upgrade to the 69-mile, 112 kilometers, 345 kilovolt Middletown Norwalk transmission line was energized in 2009 at a cost of $900 million. In 2013, the Greater Springfield Reliability Project, a component of the ongoing New England East-West solution, was energized at a cost of $795 million. The project addressed numerous reliability issues with the Springfield MA area's 115 kilovolt transmission system by constructing two new 345 kilovolt lines to the Agawam substation, one line north to Ludlow and the other south to North Bloomfield, Connecticut. The new 345 kilovolt corridor added a new strong interface between Massachusetts and Connecticut. The project also involved rebuilding all of the 115 kilovolt lines along the transmission corridor between South Agawam and Ludlow to increase their capacities, building a new 115 kW transmission substation in East Springfield, Cadwell, replacing the Fairmount 115 kV transmission substation in Chicopee with a new substation across the street, and configuring a new 115 kV line from South Agawam to Southwick using a combination of both new and old line segments of the former 115 kV path between Agawam and North Bloomfield. The new Cadwell and Fairmont switching stations allowed a number of 3-terminal 115 kV lines to be broken up into 2-terminal lines. Finally, the project allowed a problematic underground 115 kV transmission path through the city of Springfield that was vulnerable to thermal overloads to be removed from service by breaking it in half at the middle. The underground lines now function solely to supply the distribution load served out of the Breckwood substation in Springfield. A previously proposed costly project that would have replaced the underground cables is no longer necessary. Northeast Utilities expects to build additional transmission to fill capacity needs created by retiring coal-fired and nuclear plants in New England, the utility said Friday. NU, the region's largest utility, already has $4 million a pipeline of transmission projects planned through 2017. The utility foresees the need for more transmission in the 6-state region to make up for capacity shortfalls and to accommodate new wind power installations. We think that it is likely there will be significant additional transmission investment needed to maintain reliability and improve access to these clean, intermittent power sources, Lee Olivier, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, said in an earnings call Friday. But it is too early to estimate how much that additional investment will be and exactly when it will occur. So students, today we got to know about the various aspects of Northeast Utilities. We went through the company's history to its present market scenario. Hope you must have got useful information about the company. Have a nice day. Goodbye.